everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some Persephone book reviews. So as you may or may not know, depending on how long you've been watching my channel for, I am a massive lover of Persephone books. Whenever I go down to London, I always pick up 3 because it's 3 for £30 and I absolutely love them. I love what they do. I love the fact that they get books that have gone out of print for whatever reason and they republish them and then we can enjoy them for many, many years to come. So today I'm going to be reviewing 3 of them for you. I will be reviewing Patience by John Coates, which I've actually talked about briefly before in a wrap-up, but I wanted to talk about it in greater detail. Cheerful Weather for the Wedding by Strachey, and High Wages by Dorothy Whipple. So the first book that I'm going to discuss is Patience by John Coates. This book is a 1950s book. It's about the kind of iconic nuclear family. We've got children, we've got husband and wife. You've got a husband who's the breadwinner and a wife who's the caregiver, the nurturer, whatever you want to call her. And the marriage, it works, you know? The marriage is successful, the family is successful. But these two people, although they love each other, they're not in love with each other. And the book is about what happens when you fall in love with someone that isn't your husband or wife. And it's about the consequences of that, particularly if you're in the Catholic religion, because obviously adultery is frowned upon. So this book's about adultery, it's about sex, it's about love, it's about relationships, it's about social history. There's so many different aspects to this book. What's amazing about it is the emotional engagement that you get. I mean, the writing itself isn't that emotive, but you can't help but feel emotionally attached to these characters. You will love this book if you are a fan of families, social history, the 1950s, relationships, sex, religion, or if you basically just like the sound of the plot, because it's awesome. I gave this book a whopping 5 out of 5 stars and I highly recommend this. I think everyone should go and pick it up. The next book that I'm going to discuss is Cheerful Weather for the Wedding by Strachey. This book is now actually turned to a film, and it's this one here. If you want to see a comparison of what I think of the two together, let me know in the comment section down below and I can always do that for you. So this book is set in the 1930s and it's about a young woman called Dolly. You meet her the morning of her wedding and she's just about to get married to a man who's probably best described as suitable. He's a little bit older than her and he's rich, he's got good credentials, he's got a good job, good family. So what's wrong? She doesn't love him. Simple matter of fact, she just doesn't love him. So we meet her and she's trying to, coax herself around into doing it. She makes friends with a bottle of rum and she's trying to convince herself that it's the right thing to do. Meanwhile, the person that she does love is downstairs with all the rest of the wedding guests and she's panicking. What should she do? Should she marry him? Should she not marry anyone? Should she marry the one she loves? I won't let you know because that'll spoil the story. Now this book could be really dark. It could be one of these really depressing books because that's what it's about. It's about marrying someone that you don't love. But it's not. And I realised that last night when I read it for the second time, when I was really just giggling to myself because this book was so funny. I think I forgot the first time round how funny it was. We have this kind of really serious storyline, but to kind of balance that out, we have these array of characters that are just hilarious. We've got this little boy doing pranks, we've got people getting drunk, we've got people saying, stupid things and inappropriate things, and it really does kind of balance out the story. So instead of it being quite dark and depressive as it could be, it's quite light, it's cheerful, and you almost kind of forget at times that this is a book about love. So I recommend this book. 1, of course, if you like the sound of the story. 2, if you like funny books. 3, books set in the 30s. And 4, books about relationships, about love, about commitment. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. When I first read it, I gave it 3, but I preferred it the second time round and I upped it to 4. The last book that I'm going to talk about is High Wages by Dorothy Whipple. I showed this in my London book haul. I'll leave that video down below. A few of you asked me to talk about this as soon as I read it, and I finished it yesterday, so here I am to talk about it. So High Wages was written in the 1930s, but it's not actually set in the 30s. When we first meet our heroine Jane, we meet her in the 1910s, and this book goes from 1910s and it goes all the way past the First World War. So it spans a very long time for a kind of shortish book. It's about 300 pages, I think. As I said, this book is about our heroine Jane. Now Jane goes to work at Mr. Chadwick's shop, and when she's there she learns an array of skills and she becomes really rather talented at her work. She becomes really talented, really successful, and people actually go into the shop just for Jane. As well as the kind of work story that we also have a love story in there as well, but I can't give anything away because I'll spoil it for you. If you're interested in what I said, then you're just going to have to read this book yourself. So this is a lovely little story. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and again, it's for people who love social history. It's about people who love books about clothes shops, which I know a lot of people do. I certainly do. And to be honest, it's a great book for someone that does like a bit of chick lit, because that's kind of what it is. I know what people now say about Dorothy Whipple's writing. Dorothy Whipple is the best-selling author at Persephone Books. I'm definitely going to pick up more of her work in the future. So I hope I've inspired you to pick up one of these 3 books. Let me know in the comments section down below which of these 3 I might have enticed you to pick up. I will leave links for them both on Book Depository and Persephone website themselves if you want to go and check them out. If you enjoyed these types of reviews, let me know and I can do more of them in the future. So take care for now, and I shall see you soon for the next video. Bye!